Hello and welcome back to Rock Cycle. Hope you're having a good day. Now today we may be missing a background poster, but we're making up for it with a can of dark fruits. Now you might be wondering, why have we got the can of dark fruit? You're probably not, because you've definitely seen the title or the description. And that's because Courteeners have a brand new album out, so let's see what it's all about. Now, despite Courteeners having legions of fans, they've often been criticised and occasionally praised for sticking to what they know. In the past, they've always played it safe, stuck to what they know, and they've just given us energetic, fun, indie rock bangers, which have really established their signature sound. And well, that's a bit different with this album. While I wouldn't say they've 100% stepped out their comfort zone, it's certainly a bit different from what we've known in the past from them. I think especially from the singles that we've seen from this album that came out before it, they've really tried to expand their sound and expand their range to really step out of that St. Jude-shaped shadow that's loomed over their career. And I think they have tried that on the past couple of albums, to be fair to them, but I don't think they've done it to this degree so far. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is still an indie rock album at its heart, and many of the songs are instantly recognisable with Courteeners with lots of energy and an instantly catchy chorus, even if it isn't quite how we've seen them before. Like the album More Again Forever it's called, is full of fun indie rock tunes that are designed to make you want to sing along, jump up and down, and maybe even light a flare. But I do really get the feeling that they've matured with this album and their music has matured a lot. I feel they've written these songs with the intention to be good music to listen to, whereas in the past I feel they've written their songs to create a really good live music atmosphere. It's designed to really make you want to jump up and down and that sort of thing and open up a mosh pit. Where this music, you can still do all that too, but I don't think they've written it with that purpose. I mean, you can definitely get music that sort of aims to achieve both of those, of course. But this album generally is a bit more reserved and a bit less energetic for the most part. So anyway, let's get into some of my favourite songs and let's talk about them. First of all, one of my favourites is The Joy of Missing Out, and that's going to be an instant crowd pleaser for all the St. Jude fans out there. It's upbeat, high energy indie rock fun, which the Courteeners are known for. But then we get songs like Heavy Jacket and Heart Attack, which give us a much more bassy indie rock style sound, which I think really draws from the glam rock of the 1980s and has infused that with indie rock in a way that works quite well. Previous Parties is another one with a bit of an 80 rocks feel to it, with that really in-your-face electric guitar. Is Heaven Really Worth It gives us this nice dreamy sound, with the surprising use of string instruments and an orchestra, which works really well in harmony with Liam Frey's relaxing vocals on this song. You get a similar sound with Hanging Off Your Cloud. It's an emotional piano ballad that really ramps up the energy for a good chorus. Better Man has this really pleasant, uplifting, acoustic style vibe to it, and you can really see quite a heavy influence from post-Britpop on that song. You get these nice simple guitar melodies that really carry the song, and a classic Courteener style catchy chorus that I could easily imagine an arena or a whole festival singing along to it, especially in that final bridge. More Again Forever, the title track, is probably my personal favourite off the album. It gives us this really funky beat with these distinct echoey vocals, which is, for most of it, well, the verses at least, is a lot closer to spoken word and talking style vocals rather than traditional singing vocals. It's a good, fun, groovy song, which for some reason for me really reminds me of Pet Shop Boys and LCD Sound System. So overall, was this album good? Did it work? Yeah, for the most part I'd say it did. This album showed many new sides of the Courteeners, which to be honest I wish we'd heard sooner. Like, this album wasn't only enjoyable to listen to, it was quite interesting to see them go in these new directions. But saying all this about Courteeners going in new directions, really this isn't an experimental album by most standards, and it kind of almost highlights how safe the Courteeners have played it throughout the rest of their career, that this stuff that isn't that experimental, it isn't that groundbreaking, is considered experimental for them. And I'm sure many of you watching this will have loved Courteeners, and you love that they have a signature sound, and you love that they do that style of music. And if it works, but it's definitely interesting to hear an artist do something a bit different every now and again. And I think they have done that well on this album. I think they really carefully tread the line between pleasing old fans and showing the haters that they can do more than just redo the same song a dozen times. Which isn't what I think, but that's what they're often criticised as doing. But really, overall, I can't see this album escaping them from the shadow of Not 19 Forever, because despite the Courteeners having legions of fans, in the mainstream they are still kind of considered a bit of a one-hit wonder, unfortunately. So overall, I'll say this is a pretty good album, which I did really enjoy listening to, although I wouldn't go as far as to say it's an instant classic album. So for those reasons, I'm going to give this album just about 4 stars out of 5. I think I was kind of torn between 3.5 and 4, so I just listened to it a couple more times before doing this review, and I did really enjoy it. But I do have the feeling that this album is going to be quite polarising with Courteeners fans. So let me know in the comments, did you like it? Did you dislike it? What are your thoughts? What are your opinions on it? There's a lot of different things going on, so I'm sure some people like some parts of it and hate other parts of this album. So let me know what you think of it in the comments. As always, if you want to like and subscribe as well as comment, that would be amazing. As we are pushing towards 1,000 subscribers this year, and we are a fucking long way off. So yeah, hope you enjoyed watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. That's it for Rock Cycle today. I'll see you around.